Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of January the 6th through January the 12th. I am going to be putting down one card for each day to get a peek at the themes coming up for the day, not only on the cards, but also through my psychic abilities as well. While I put the cards down, I'm just going to tell you guys I am available for private readings should you desire one. You can find out all about that on my website, listed in the upper corner of this video. All my contact information is there too. So if you have questions, feel free to contact me either to ask questions or to schedule. Either way. All right, we have cards down. I'm kind of doing my OCD thing of making them straight. But let's jump in. Okay, Libras, what we have showing up first is the Four of Bows. This is a celebration card. For me, this talks about somebody coming into the nest. Okay, so this can be somebody coming to visit. This can be you going to visit somebody. This can also talk about the idea that somebody is bringing a baby home or adding somebody to the family. This can be a wedding or a marriage that we're seeing here. But generally, this is a happy card of celebration. And generally, it has something to do with our families or our tribes. I consider our tribes, those families that, we're not blood related, but still family. So can have to do with tribe or with actual family. Some of you may actually be attending a wedding on Monday. Excuse me. Um, I don't think that is anywhere near the majority of you, but I think one or two of y'all might. Now let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday we have the Wanderer in reverse. And this is, for those of you who have been watching me a long, long, long time, you know the Wanderer is one of my favorite cards, and even in reverse. So the Wanderer talks about the idea that in the past, there was something that you began as a leap of faith, not knowing where it was going to take you. And it may or may not have been logical, but you knew that 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 it was the right thing to do. Well, now on Tuesday, what we see when this card comes up in reverse, you're looking at that leap of faith and you're asking yourself, has it served its purpose? Is it done and over? Is it time to put this thing back up on the shelf and not think about it again for a while? Or is there still good juice here if I just adjust this a little bit and tweak that a little bit? Is this then something that is worth carrying forward? Now, the fact that this card shows up tells me that you're going to end up deciding to carry it forward, but you are going to go through that questioning and adjustment period before you do. So that's what we have on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have the Wolf card. Now, for me in this deck, this would be like a King of Stones or a King of Pentacles, but for me in this deck, this talks about letting something go. And it talks about letting something go that is appropriate to let go. All right. We can see that, excuse me, this wolf is kind of howling at the moon. His buddy has just passed away, and so he is expressing his grief. He's letting his buddy go. He's saying his goodbyes, and then he's going to be moving on with his life. Okay. So I don't think that, most of you, this is not about anybody, passing away or kicking the bucket, but there is definitely this idea of letting go of something that's very appropriate for you to let go of. Now, Thursday, what we have showing up here is the Eight of Arrows. That's a struggle card. This just tells me that you're thinking about something and second guessing it and rethinking it and sort of thinking in circles about something. And I think that that is really causing a lot of stress on you just to be in this space of not being sure what direction you really want to go. Looking at Friday, we have my ecstasy card. Whenever it comes in right side up, I kind of think that this is like somebody actually taking ecstasy or taking Molly, because for me, right side up, this card talks about false happiness or fake happiness. It's not really being happy. Something's going on in our lives that is really eating us up from the inside out, but we're painting that smile on our face and pretending like everything is okay. All right, so that's interesting. I think we might clarify that card later and see what that's all about. Now, let's look at our weekend. Okay, Libras, looking at Saturday, you have the Ace of Arrows or the Breath of Life. This talks about some kind of communication that is happening on Saturday that brings in information for you that is enlightening, shall we say. You may not be at full enlightenment level as far as spiritually, but definitely this information is going to be an eye opener. Sunday, we have the shaman showing up here. This just tells me you're manifesting whatever you want in your life on Sunday, and you're not having really any problem doing it. You're just rolling up your sleeves and getting right into it. Now, let's investigate Friday. Let's see what this is going on Friday that has you pretending all is well when all is not well. That false happiness. Let's see what's causing that false happiness on Friday. What can you tell me that will help Libras so that they can handle this in a more healthy way? Let's see what we have. What is this about? Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so this talks about somebody who's loyal to you. Usually we would consider this a friendship card, but it's somebody who's loyal to you, whether it's a colleague or a friend. And we have the birds coming up here. So basically, you've got a friend who's gossiping, and I think it really bothers you. Something that they're saying really bothers you that they're saying it. I don't know that they're necessarily gossiping about you. In fact, I think for most of you, it's not about you at all. But I do think that this kind of has you a little bit worried or upset that they are even gossiping to start with. I think the reason that you're doing false happiness, you don't want to really offend them, but at the same time, you're thinking, talking about that person is probably not your smartest move ever there, buddy. All right, so that's what I have for the week. Thank you guys very much for being here. I look forward to seeing some of you in readings and Reiki sessions. And if I don't see you for that before then I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.